Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video I am going to be making Morgan Elsbeth, the Magistrate from the Mandalorian season 2. This video in particular will be making her pants. I am planning on breaking this up into a couple different parts. So I do have my fabric for the pants and I will show you guys that in a second, but first let's talk about the plan. So I keep saying pants. It's hard to tell if they are pants or a skirt. I am planning on personally making mine actual pants rather than a skirt, and I am planning on making them very similarly or based off of hakama pants, which are like a Japanese samurai style pants. Alright, so here is the fabric I am using. It is just a plain cotton. It is like a dark gray wood texture. This was the closest I could find to what her pattern actually is without getting it custom made or anything. It's still not perfect, but it is close enough for me, and I'm actually very happy with it. So then the other thing is that I'm going to be painting a detail on this because she actually has red dash marks. So I am going to cut out the pieces that I need first before I paint them, just so I don't have to paint this entire thing or anything, so then I will know exactly how much I need to paint. Okay, so here is pretty much what my pattern pieces are going to look like. I am going to cut, I'm not sure if I want to have a side seam or not. It doesn't look like hers do. If I did do a side seam, it would be so I could put pockets in this, which would be very nice, so I probably will end up putting a side seam in. So this is with a side seam planned in. So I measured out the waistline just using a tape measure and just kind of folding it over like this to get the approximation of the pleats and everything, and I got about 46 inches. She does have quite a few pleats. From what I can see, she has 4 pleats on the front and then 3 pleats on the side that are very close together and pretty much on top of one another. So it's not quite like a double or triple pleat. There is still some, you can still see the differentiation between the pleats, but they are very close together. So I am going to need 46 inches times 4 for the total waist length. And then I am debating if I want to flare the bottom out or not. I probably won't, just because 46 inches is going to be a pretty big hem. So I probably will just bring everything straight down. Okay, so I have my first panel cut and pinned. I have some fraying edges I need to fix. And so first off, I did accidentally cut it out wrong. I didn't bring the crotch out like I should have. But the other thing is I am measuring out the rest of my fabric, and I do not have enough fabric to cut 4 panels out that are 46 inches wide. I am probably about half a yard short of being able to do that. So I am going to have to shorten. I am going to have to take in the waistline a little bit, which is not that big of a deal just because of how deep some of these pleats are. I will lose some volume, but it'll be okay. I am just going to try and use what I have instead of buying more fabric or anything. I am going to measure out the amount of fabric I have left and then cut this accordingly and cut out my other 3 panels accordingly, because I do still need a little bit of fabric for the waistband. So hopefully by shortening this, and then I can keep about 8 inches or so for the waistband, and that should give me plenty of fabric. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to about 40 inches. I think 40 inches with seam allowance, so I don't have to worry about any additional fabric or anything instead of the 46. So that will give me 6 inches off of the piece I already cut, and then doing the math, that'll give me about 12 inches total from the piece I have not cut yet. So hopefully that will all be enough for the waistband. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint the red marks on this, just because everything is going to be going the same direction and all that, and because I am going to be using pretty much all of this fabric, I am just going to go ahead and paint all the red marks. So I just have whatever red acrylic is in my room right now and some fabric medium. So I think the plan is I'm going to make some type of stencil or stamp out of craft foam and then just get to painting. Alright, so I have 2 rows done, 2 rows based off of my stamp that I'm using. I am pretty happy with them. I do wish they were a little bit more vibrant, but we're just going to leave them as is because I'm not about to go over all of this again just to make it more vibrant. There are a couple of ones here and there, so this brighter one right here are ones I had to go in with a paintbrush because my stamp didn't quite line up. So here's my stamp. It's just a piece of craft foam with some other pieces of craft foam glued on, and then I am just painting on my acrylic paint that has been mixed with a fabric medium and just stamping it on. And I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. Alright, so I got a good chunk done. I am out of paint, so I am going to take a break because I do have to mix paint up. So I'm going to take a break, let this dry, and then continue on. Alright, so I have done the panel that I already cut out. I did trim off the extra couple of inches I needed to do, so I've got about half of it done now. So this is all dry, so I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside and then rearrange this one so I can finish up this side and start doing the rest of it. Alright, all of my pieces are painted. I have let them dry and I did go in and iron everything. I just did a real quick ironing because I am going to be ironing in the pleats once I have those pinned. So I started cutting the crotch line in there, and then I have pinned and ironed my first piece. So there are 4 larger pleats farther apart and then 3 pleats that are pretty close together. And then I just pinned them at the top and at the bottom, and now I am ironing it. And then I'm waiting for it to cool down a little bit so then I can flip it over and iron it from the other side. I will do that to all 4 pieces and then sew it all together. Alright, so everything is all ironed and it is all ready to be pinned and sewn right now. So I have all 4 pieces here, so I do have to just pin the side seams and everything. I do have to put my pockets in first, and then I do have some piping to make. But other than that, it's all pretty much just sewing from here on out. So, yeah. I have a nice pile of fabric and it's actually almost done. So right now I am just sewing the waistband on, and then once the waistband is on, I'll just have to sew in the zipper and then close up the leg seams and hem it, and we will be done. I am going to leave the waistband unhemmed for right now because she does have a belt that is the same material as this, and I'm not sure if I want to attach the belt to the pants or leave it separate, so I am just going to leave the waistband unhemmed for now. But yeah. Alright, look at this. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy. I do have the zipper in. It is a gray zipper because that is all I currently have. And I didn't want to wait on a zipper to finish these, so I will replace the zipper with either a black zipper or an invisible zipper eventually, but for now, that zipper is going to do. And then again, the waistband is staying unfinished until I decide what I want to do with the belt. But, so the top part is done for now. And then the bottom I do still have to hem, so I have to bring it up a couple of inches, and because I have the selvage, I'm just going to fold it up like that. Hers does have a wide hem on it, so I am happy about that, and I'm probably just going to hand sew it so I can try and keep it as invisible from the outside as I can. And then once it's hemmed, I'm going to give these pleats a good pressing at the bottom, and then we will be done. Alright, here are the pants all completed for now. So again, the waistband is unfinished. I just tucked it down a little bit because then I will finish the waistband when I do the belt, because I have decided I'm going to attach the belt. The other thing is they are, in case you can't tell, they are a smidge long, and I am actually wearing shoes right now. So they do need to be brought up like at least a full inch. But I think for doing that, I'm actually going to take the waistband down instead of re-hemming it, because it's
it's a lot of material to hem. So I'm just gonna bring the waistband down, and the other thing about that is my pockets are actually really low. So by bringing the waistband down, that will then also bring the pockets up and everything. So yeah, if I just bring the waistband down about an inch, then everything will be pretty good. But here they are. They are so much fun. Just look at them. So yeah, the pockets are a little hard to find just because they're so low. But I do have my pockets. I am very happy with how all the pleats came out. They don't like to sit nicely right now because again, pants are a little too long, but if I go up on my toes like this to where it's not, the hem isn't sitting on the ground, the pleats do sit a whole lot nicer. But yeah, there they are. Alright, so that is the pants for my Magistrate cosplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful or at least entertaining. I try to upload full-length videos the first Thursday of every month and shorts the second Thursday of every month. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And I will see everyone next time. Bye!